you need to stop treating boredom like it's some kind of punishment, because it is probably one of the most useful, plateau busting, breakthrough producing, problem solving tools that you have never used or are trying actively to not use, trying to avoid it like it's the plague. Because I do admit, if you're not used to it, it is kind of uncomfortable. And that uncomfortableness really just comes from, if you're constantly stimulated, your body's literally hooked on those like this little drop of dopamine that you're constantly getting from your phone, from podcasts, like everything around you, essentially. And your brain, mostly all the time, is in this thing called the task positive network, which is like doing mode. And when you drop into a state of boredom, whether that's washing the dishes, staring out the window, walking, taking a shower, your brain flips into this thing called the default mode network. And for a long time, scientists considered it the does mostly nothing network, like the acronym or abbreviation or whatever. But they're finding out more and more now that it actually does a whole bunch, including like subconscious integration. It uses a ton of calories, which is weird for the brain, which is such a calorie saving machine, that it's not going to do that unless whatever it's spending those calories on is doing something incredibly important for you. And like I've talked about in the reticular activation videos that I've done, your senses take in so much information that your conscious mind can't, it's just literally not physically capable of processing even even 2 or 3% of it without frying your entire system. So your RAS basically filters for what you think is important and gives you that, and then it basically lets the subconscious mind and the rest of your brain work with the rest of it. But that information is there, and that's the important part. And your default mode network, when it flips on, basically filters through all that little information, or all that huge information, draws patterns, makes connections, and serves you up with inspiration, breakthrough, things like that. It's incredibly important. But don't start, boring yourself for 30 minutes to an hour all at once. Just start with like 5 minutes a day where you don't have your phone, just staring out a window, whatever. And that agitation that comes up, what helps me is reframing it as like I'm detoxing from stimulation. And a great way to use this is to work on something intently, like a problem or something you're trying to solve, and then purposely go and do nothing for periods of time. And you're going to find out breakthroughs come to you. It's wild. So check it out, try it out. Let me know what you think.